wish I had known these things when I was first getting started in photography. The first thing I wish I had known was how to price my services. When I first started out, I was doing it for free, just for fun, just trying to get out, use my camera, learn how to use it, have some fun with my friends, and if they tipped me, that was great. Now, I didn't start off with the nicest camera when I first started out, and guesses are you didn't either. My first DSLR that I ever had was this Canon 60D. I think I picked it up for about $800 with the lens. And at the time, that was the max that I could afford. I kept watching all these YouTube videos with these guys that were shooting on 5D Mark IIIs at the time. These high-end cameras, expensive Nikon, expensive Sonys, and I didn't have the money to purchase that nice stuff. So one day I got a call from an unknown number and asking about family photography and what I charged. I had no clue what to tell them. I'd never really been paid for my services before, and before that I was just doing it for fun. Just off the top of my head and without really thinking about it, I told them $100. We did the shoot, everything went great, delivered the photos over to them, got my money, all's great. They shared it out on social media, and in comes the request, hey, can I do my family photography as well? Everyone starts off with the same question, how much do you cost? And for a while, I didn't know what my time was worth. I didn't realize what it takes to take someone's image and then deliver it, and then all the micro steps in between. I didn't know what to charge for that time. A while back, I saw a video that really changed how I conduct my business. This was probably 8 years ago. It talked about what do you want to get paid per hour for your time. And if that's $20 an hour, then build out your pricing just like that. If it's $25 an hour, if it's $50 an hour, if it's $150 an hour, build out your pricing just like that. Break down what it takes to go from the first email inquiring about your services to you hitting send on the final product. Calculate that entire time and multiply by whatever you think that your time is worth per hour. And that's how you correctly price your time. It's always laughable to me when I see somebody on a Facebook post, they're asking for family photography, a wedding photography, for you name it, photography. And this one person comes in, hey, I'll do it for $100. Not realizing everything that it takes, all the time that it takes, all of the expenses that it takes to do this profession correctly. So price your time accordingly because it's the greatest asset you have. Thing number 2, I wish I had known when I was first getting started. Don't buy gear just to buy gear. Don't think that the latest piece of kit is gonna make you a better photographer. I was so guilty of this when I first got started. I thought, ooh, if I just had that lens, if I just had that camera, if I just had that filter, if I just had that computer, I will be a better photographer when I have it. Without realizing it, I bought a bunch of stuff. When I brought all my stuff together in one space and I looked at it all, I hardly used any of it. I thought this one piece of kit would make me so much better at my craft. And in reality, it didn't, because the camera doesn't matter, the lens doesn't matter, the flash doesn't matter, the light doesn't matter. What really matters is what's behind the camera. It's the person using the camera. Can you convey a story in 3 images or less? Can you frame the image correctly? Can you get a correct exposure? All of these things are way more important than what piece of kit you're using. I've seen challenges on YouTube where they took a professional photographer and gave them a toy camera, a literal toy camera, and then told them to create a photo shoot. The images that they turned out were kind of garbage in visual, but the story that they told with those images was really awesome. On the flip side, they gave a complete amateur who's never picked up a DSLR a $10,000 camera rig and told him to do the same thing. I would have hired the professional with a toy camera over the amateur with the nice gear. So ask yourself, before you go out and buy the newest camera, the newest lens, whatever, am I using this piece of gear to its fullest extent? And if the answer is no, you don't need to buy the newest version. Tip number 3, contracts. Contracts, I'm gonna say this really close to the mic. Contracts. If you don't have a great contract in place, you're gonna get taken advantage of, you're gonna get in trouble. Misunderstandings happen between clients and photographers all the time. Not everybody is mean-spirited, but miscommunications do happen. In your contract, you wanna have both names of the parties involved. You wanna have the scope of work. You wanna have the price. You wanna have everything laid out, everything, and be as detailed as possible. If you don't have a contract already, you need to get one and get it approved by a lawyer of some sort. Have them write it up, spend the money to have a correct, legally binding contract. I've been on jobs where it was a handshake deal and we agreed on one price, and then when payment came, it was another price. And I have nothing to prove that I was in the right. All they said was, here's your check. And I was like, that's not what I agreed on. And they're like, well, where's your proof? And they paid me a lot less than what they should have. Tip number 4, have insurance. Please have insurance. This separates the professionals from the non-professionals. You show up to a wedding and the venue is asking for proof of insurance and you don't have it, they're gonna show you the door. Right now we have $1.5 million in coverage on any shoot that we ever go to. Most venues these days require every vendor to have insurance, and I'm all for it because you protect yourself, you protect the venue, and it also shows your clients that you are legit. You are not there to just grab money and go. Now your insurance can be for liability, it can be for injury, it can be for your gear. All in all, having this insurance is best for your business. Tip number 5, I wish I knew when I was first getting started. Never stop learning. In this field, if you stop learning, you lose. There's always some new technique, there's always some new angle, there's always some new piece of gear that you can learn that can boost your creativity. The person that says, man, I know everything there is to know about this industry has already lost. There's guys that are coming up and learning and innovating and doing new things with new pieces of gear or new creative ideas that are just blowing them out of the water. That's a philosophy I took on when I first got started. So it's not really something I wish I knew beforehand. That in this industry, you never stop learning. Like right now, I'm learning to be in front of the camera versus behind it. I feel like I've gotten better over the years. Building this channel has really helped me in my video world as well. Take classes, join a mentorship, join a networking group on Facebook or Instagram or whatever. Meet with like-minded photographers and pick their brains. Find somebody who's better than you and pick their brain. Find somebody who's worse than you. Maybe they know something that you don't. Maybe they have an idea that sets you off and sends you on a different path that you didn't think about before. Like, oh yeah, man, I should have set that light that direction. And it would have changed everything. It would change the feel of how you do things. And that's a great segue into why I made this video. I set up a mentorship on my website. If you go to this link right here, and I'll link it down in the comments below, I set up a mentorship where it's a one-on-one teaching with me and you. We talk about where are you lacking. We talk about where are you lacking in photography. I'm not saying I know everything, but I have a lot of experience. And it may just be that little bit that pushes you in the right direction. As long as you get in and you learn something new, then we all won. So thanks for checking out this video. I know it's a little bit longer than my other ones, but if you'll hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, it helps me grow my channel. Thanks for checking it out. I love you guys. Later.